What a nice day for a walk in the park. Doop, doop, doop.
Whoa!
Welcome, LEGO Transformers fans. This is Soundvox with LEGO Transformers Divebomb. Now, Divebomb is one of the Predacons, and he is an interesting one of the bunch. He is a condor, a giant bird. So when we look at him, he's got a massive wingspan and a small chunk of a body with this awesome bird beak. Now, he can sit up like this, being all threatening, or he can go into flight. So to put him into flight, you just tip his head up forwards, and this would be like a flight mode. He could pull his tail back a little. You could tie a string to him, and he can fly around. And you can see he has a great wingspan, very huge wingspan. The reason for this giant wingspan is when they combine into Predaking, Predaking's wings are actually Divebomb's wings. And he's a very big build, but he's a very compact build. So I really do like him, and I love the fact that I used hands on here for his bird feet. They look great. I love his color scheme. The yellows, the oranges, the black, even the little eyepiece is one of my favorite little translucent oranges. So Divebomb really has some great colors. Before we go into all the specifics on the Divebomb figure I made, let's do a couple quick size comparisons. First, we'll look at a LEGO minifigure. This is that poor little safari guy that all the Predacons seem to be going after. Look at him to him. He is pretty big. He is a giant condor, so he's pretty big compared to the LEGO figure. Now let's look at him next to another vehicle. So there is Dirge. Well, we could probably put our condor into flight mode here. Now Divebomb is in flight mode. And you can see either way, he's much bigger than my old jets. And now, just like Rampage, since our Predacons like their beast modes, let's bring in a robot to compare. We have Thrust. And he's only slightly bigger than Divebomb, while Divebomb is in beast mode. Now let's talk about Divebomb himself. As he flies in. I love the fact that he's very playable. All mainly because he has this one hinge piece here. It's a little clip and a little rounded bar piece. That little hand clip is perfect for his head because it can tilt it up to fly, or you can have it down when he lands. It is great. It's also part of the transformation. Another neat little engineering trick I did on this guy is his wings. You can see here, his wings are actually 3 layers. There's a stud, then a piece, and then the outer piece, plus the inner parts. When I turn these, this allows his feathers to turn. So you could have him all frazzled and have his feathers in the air. You could have him just kind of resting with his wing feathers down. Or you could have him in full flight, like I like to have him, with his wing feathers out. Gives a lot of playability. This is one of the few Transformers. The Predaking group, the Predacons, seem to be the more playable Transformers out of the bunch of LEGO Transformers that I have. So, now let's transform him. To transform him, unfortunately, because of the size of the wing pack, we do have to pull it off temporarily. Now, it comes off because obviously it's going to be one of the major pieces for Predaking. The reason we had to pull it off is we have to take his tail piece here and fold it up. By doing so, we can now flip his legs down. Fold it down and put the wings back on. And he is a bit back heavy. This is a big backpack. It's almost as thick as he is. So we have to kind of tilt him forward a little. Now for his head transformation, we simply turn his bird head up and we have a robot peeking out. Now the arms, I wanted to get the arm transformation as close to the G1 transformation as I could. So this was a feat of ingenuity here. His arms are tucked inside of his body. I love the way that I built this piece. Oop, now it wants to come apart on me because I'm on camera. Gotta love it when you're on camera, your Legos want to come apart. Okay, we were able to save. Oh, he fell back. Telling you he's back heavy. And then you rotate his little hands out. And unfortunately, I only had one black hand, so when I get another one, I'll replace that. And so here we have Divebomb in his robot mode. Now let's do a quick size comparison. If I can keep him standing up, that is. He is very back heavy. That is a very big backpack. There he is next to the Lego minifigure. Now he towers over him like a giant transformer would. Scary. Oh! And here he is next to Thrust. And of course, Thrust's wing knocked him down. Divebomb is much taller than Thrust now. He does look a little hunched over because his leg has to go forward. Now for his legs, there's simply a black pin in these curved pieces with a flat double-sided curved piece that goes on the bottom. This is great to get this leg flipping action going on. Because of the shape of his chest, he cannot flip his legs forward. He has to flip them backwards, and that's why we have to take the wings off in order to transform him. In addition, that really cool ingenuity that I did to build these arms to go inside of him, there's a flat piece with a little hand piece attached. And then there's these weird little, I guess they're like smokestack pieces or exhaust pieces for the older cars, the older 2x cars and stuff like that. So I clipped that onto there, and I left a big old gap in the middle. So you can actually turn his hand in and fold that piece right in. So now his arm's gone. He's more of a bird. He is missing his arm. I found that to be really great. That was a really great feat of building. I've already showed you how the little wing flaps can turn, which is also another great ingenuity piece on this. This guy is one of my more creative, out-of-the-box kind of builds because I really thought hard about how to make him work and how to make him very much like his G1 transformation. So I love the fact that he really challenged me with some extra Lego style building. Now let's see if I can angle his legs just right so he can stand. There he is standing. I do favor his bird mode over his robot mode, but either way he looks awesome. And he is a great transformer. So, if you all enjoyed Divebomb, there's more Predacons to come. As you know, you've probably already seen my Rampage video, and if you haven't, you can click the link below and see it. If you want to get all the newest, latest, and greatest Lego Transformers that I build, subscribe to the channel. And please, if you're watching this, leave a comment. I would love to hear what you have to say about my Lego Transformers. I try to build them on a smaller scale, so they're not super articulated. Some of these Predacons have more articulation than my older stuff, but mainly because of the way they transform. And yes, if you stay tuned long enough to see all the Predacons, maybe we'll even get to see who they become. Predaking. Okay, now stick around for a short preview.
Next time. What is that in the way? Oh no! Oh!